All right, guys, so this is kind of long awaited, but I have a lift now, so this is going to be a lot easier for me to do, of course. So a lot of you have questioned the MBRP 3-inch race series Catback exhaust made for the SS. You got to remember that the SS and the V6, all the Camaros have the same exact exhaust mount points. So your mount points here, all your rubber mount points are the same. Even the way it routes around the diff, because all the diffs are the same size, the way it routes, this is where your secondary your X pipe would be, stock X pipe, and then your secondary resonators would be here, right here usually, and then or your secondary cats would be here. Those are unmonitored. There's no sensor that monitors those. And then you have, normally you'd have your primary cats up here, and then you would have two oxygen sensors, two O2 sensors, and one monitors your air-fuel ratios coming right out of your engine, and then you can see here I have my disconnected harness. That would be your second O2 sensor. If you had primary cats, you would be using your second O2 sensor, which would plug in further down here, and that would monitor your cats to tell the ECM what your catalytic converters are doing. So what we've done here is we created 3-inch downpipes, because it's a monoblock engine, so there's no headers. You have your downpipe right off the engine. So we have our 3-inch downpipes down, and then we use V-bands. Now V-bands are nice because this makes it super easy to disconnect should I need to drop this exhaust for any reason. You don't want to weld the whole exhaust back, because if you ever need to work on something or change something out, these are lifesavers. So, you know, you weld the V-band flanges on, and as you can see in here, what this clamp does is there's these flanges that go on this side and on this side. So these are my Carvin TRs. Now these are actual mufflers, but what we did is we mounted them here next to the trans, and they act like resonators. They're not mufflers because they're not at the back of the car, but resonators, catalytic converters, anything that muffles the sound can be classified as a muffler. But these are the Carvin Series TR, 3-inch in and out. They're stainless steel. Now remember, this setup's been on my car now for a couple years. So my MBRP is not stainless. Now I do kind of wish I did get the stainless one now. I was going for the less expensive at the time, and it's held up, but I might change it eventually. So the Carvin TRs are welded to the V-band. The downpipes are the V-band flange. The downpipes are welded to the other flange. This clamp goes over and tightens, and it crimps those together. They lock in, and no exhaust leaks. Then we got our welds here coming to our Carvins. And then we cut and welded here. So the MBRP exhaust actually is cut, right? It's cut here. I didn't used to have these, but when I removed the cats, the car sounded like garbage. So you have to add something else in to muffle the sound, or else your drone, your resonance, it's ear piercing, and you don't want that. You definitely don't want. It's louder, but you don't want it. Wide open throttle, it's louder, but trust me, you don't want it. You need something. And the only thing I have on my car is these. And if you guys haven't seen my exhaust video, what the car sounds like, go watch it. I do revs, I do drive-bys, I do takeoffs, I drive away from the camera. It's every sound you could think of that this exhaust produces from my car. Some revs and everything. So, and then from here back, this is all the MBRP race series. So all the way back. And then these are called J-pipes. So how it also reduces resonation is with these J-pipes. And this, basically the sound travels into these, and it bounces it around and comes back. And that changes the frequency of the sound, because that's what sound is. It's just frequency. So this changes a mathematical formula some guy came up with, realized that if you send the sound into a chamber and let it come back, it changes how it sounds. So that's why these are called J-pipes, because they essentially are shaped like a J. They're shaped a little different on different exhausts, but on this fitment, that's what that is. So that is the full walkthrough of my exhaust system on my car, explanation of everything. This should answer all your questions. And the nicest thing about this setup, this exhaust, is you can do whatever you want with it. You can cut it here. So if you don't want just a straight X pipe, cut it. Have your muffler shop cut this, or get rid of these clamps right here and right here, and just weld in some 3-inch pipe, because this is just galvanized steel. It's nothing fancy, and any exhaust shop can work with it and bend it. So if you want like a MagnaFlow X pipe because you think this is too loud or whatever, a MagnaFlow resonated X pipe is just a muffled X pipe. It's muffler built into an X pipe. So if you want that, you could put that here. And that's the greatest thing about this exhaust setup. So I started with this my first setup with this was delete the secondary cats. I didn't have downpipes at the time. Delete the secondary cats and just run this exhaust back. And that's what they did. And that sounded fantastic to me too. So it's all preference. Exhaust sound is 100% preference. What do you like when you're in the car? What annoys you? What doesn't? Because anything besides a stock exhaust, you do a muffler delete, you're going to have more drone. You get your car louder, it's going to drone on the inside because you're hearing those sounds inside the car now. So don't just do what I did because you think it sounds great in a video, because there is drone in this car. Around 2200 RPMs, I don't actually like the sound of this car, but it's only at 2200 RPMs. And I'm never at 2200 RPMs. So it doesn't bother me because that high drone at that RPM is never there. I'm never in it except for maybe a split second. So that's my setup. You guys have any questions? Let me know below. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm coming back this year with a lot more videos. We're working on the car. We got a lot of stuff coming, and just watch for more videos so you guys can see what I'm getting ready to do. Thank you.